Hi yogis! Today I'm going to show you how to do a spinal roll. So I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to approach it and how to find the right flow in engaging the right muscles. Are you guys ready? So let's go, let's try it. So we're going to first come into a downward facing dog. And as we come into a downward facing dog, we're going to make sure that our fingertips are first facing forward, and then we're going to open up our hands so that the pointer fingers is facing forward and we have a nice grip to the fingertips. From here, we're going to make sure that we inhale our core, and then we're going to bring our hips all the way up. And at first you might want to tread your legs just a little bit, bending one knee at a time to get into your hamstrings and your calves and Achilles tendons. And once you feel that you start to open up a bit, you can start to push down into your hands to the mat. Making sure that we have a nice grip with our fingertips and we're kind of palming the mat, and we have all contact with the paddings of our palm. From there, we're going to make sure that we're pushing our shoulders away from the ears so that we have a nice tight shoulder girdle here. And we're going to inhale our core, draw our tailbone as high up as we can. We're going to present our hamstrings to the back of the room, almost locking our knees. Great. And then the next inhale, we're going to come up to our tippy toes, lifting our heels, and we're going to look forward. As we're doing this, we're going to make sure that we tuck our tailbone first, and we're going to slowly come forward. And then lift the tailbone, sink the tummy as if you're doing a cow, and we're going to slowly bring the tail back. And you can start a little bit with this like mini little spinal roll. Rounding the spine into a cat, shifting your weight and planting your weight over the fingertips, and then rolling the hips back. Lovely. So practice with this mini spinal roll first and see how you feel about it. And then once you start to get comfortable, you shift your weight forward and you come into a plank. And as you come into the plank, you're going to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders and that your weight is directly over your hands. You're going to push to your heels, squeeze your thighs, and squeeze your glutes. You're going to draw on your core and make sure that your bum is not hanging up too much, but that you kind of have it a little bit more flush towards your legs. And we make sure that our arms are nice and strong, our shoulder blades are protracted. And from here, we're going to use the powers of our toes. Now our toes is going to help us to shift our weight forward and back. And this enables us to get more movement into our spinal roll. So first, we're going to go backwards. So we're going to use our toes to come into our heels. And from here, we're going to swoop our tailbone up, lower the tummy, and then come into a downward facing dog. And then we're going to draw in our core, take in our tailbone, and protract our shoulders so we can go forward and plant a lot. So we can dip our tummy in, bring our tailbone up, and push back into downward facing dog, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone. The more engagement in your glutes, the tighter it looks and the straighter the line. Now if you want to add a little bit more movement into this, you could come forward, bend your elbows a little bit, and really get into it. We're almost doing a dolphin. Requires a lot more strength, a lot more focus. You can also even add a little bit of bend in the knee to really get into it. So depending on how you want your flow to look, you can add a lot of different modalities, sorry. So depending on how you want it to look, you can add a lot of modalities to it, depending on which joints you want to focus and adding the different movements. You lower your knees, you come up, and that's about it. So if you have any questions, you could just write in the comments and I'll answer you as quickly as I can. And try it out. It's fun. It's hard. You'll love it. Bye.